Hey, what's going on, everybody? In this video, we are going to be breaking down The Red Ranger Becomes an Adventurer in Another World, Episode 10, The Red Ranger and the Mask of Pain. I can't believe I just remembered that whole intro. Let's get into it, break it down, hit that intro.
You are watching the Fan Club.
You're watching the Fan Club.
And you're watching the Fan Club. Do you know what time it is?
And you know what time it is.
It's time for the Fan Club. Let's go. Hey!
I can't do this on my own, cause you know things ain't always sweet when you out here in these streets. But my morpher when it morphed, I made a fake.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Happy Sunday. Welcome to the Fan Club. We are happy to be here. Now, I know this episode is coming out hours way later than you're used to for a review of this show, but I just got back into town. I had an out-of-town gig last night, about 2 hours away from our hometown. But we're back, we made it, we are safe, it was a good time, and today we are breaking down The Red Ranger Becomes an Adventurer in Another World, Episode 10, The Red Ranger and the Mask of Pain. Let's start off with the synopsis from Crunchyroll. It's only one sentence long, but still gives you an idea of what to look for. A newly empowered Azir faces off against Red and his friends, and the odds don't look good. This episode picks up right after episode 9, where Azir gets the Finks powers. He steals those from Reina, and we're about to see a Red Ranger showdown between Finks and Togo. Things got very interesting, and it was a really good fight scene. Azir was using all of Reina's powers. Every single power that the Finks Ranger, that's what we call, I know it's not the official name, but the Finks Ranger has so many different transformations and powers, and Azir was using all of them on Togo. At the same time, you were getting a flashback about Azir as a teenager coming into his own, and he had a pretty good relationship with Reina. His dad was asking him, like, why don't you marry her? He's like, well, we're just friends right now, Dad. But they were talking about, you know, the humans and the elves coexisting and getting along. And there's this scene where the humans are really mad at Azir's dad, who is like the leader, and they're saying, why are you giving these jobs to the elves? And he's like, well, listen, their magic makes the jobs a whole lot safer and easier. It would be in our best interest to pay them. Well, anyways, the people get mad and they kill Azir's dad. And that kind of changes Azir's ideology, because he wanted to work hand in hand with the elves. He thought the whole coexisting idea was actually a good idea. But when his dad died, his whole thought process changed. He believed that he now needed power to be dominant, so people would respect him regardless of what way he sided. Then this butler guy appears out of nowhere and gives him a mana seed. We saw the butler like the last episode, and I said, keep your eye on this guy. Dude is like a demon. I don't know much about him yet. I don't know if he's an actual demon, but he pops out of nowhere to influence people to be their worst. And instead of like coexisting, he's like, no, they need to respect you. We need to get this in line. Take this. This will make you powerful. And Azir's been using the mana seed for like power, but they were telling him that it can corrupt him. And at the end of this episode, after the battle with the Red Ranger, Azir's mana seed like explodes and makes him giant. At that point is probably one of my favorite parts of the show so far. They get everybody to team up. They had Laoji, Teltina, Reina, Togo, and Yidra all formed the Megazord together. They finally had a full team. Also, they used this cannon on Azir, and that was when like the mana seed really exploded. Forgot to mention that. The cannon thing was awesome. The Megazord was cool, but we didn't really get to see much of the Megazord battle, because that's going to be next episode. Pretty much at the end of this, it like cuts off right as soon as the Megazord is getting in front of a mana-filled sandstorm Azir. By the end of it, he becomes a giant sandstorm and is heading towards the elves and is going to kill them. The only hope is that these guys can form the Megazord and stop them. That's what we are going into episode 11 with. Holy crap, things are getting crazy. This was a shorter episode because there was like an introduction and recap to the Kizuna 5. We had like a 4 or 5 minute thing that gave you the backstories on the Yellow Ranger, Green Ranger, Blue Ranger. It was pretty cool. I'm not going to lie. I enjoyed that, but I wish we had a little bit more story for episode 10. I do believe you're going to see them get right into this Megazord battle thing as soon as episode 11 starts. That's one of my favorite parts about the show. A lot of these episodes pick up right after the last episode. Not even like an hour later or a day later. Most of the time, it's like seconds later, which I think is pretty cool. Now, what are your thoughts on today's episode? This one was a fun one, and I've really enjoyed covering this show. I think we only have a couple episodes left. Someone tell me if I'm wrong. I thought I read somewhere that there were 12 episodes for season 1. I hope I'm wrong. I hope there's more. But what are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments. Shout out all the fans out there that take the time out of their day to watch this content. You are the real MVPs and the reason why we can continue to make stuff like this. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time. Peace.
I want to give a special shout out to the Gold Ranger members, Salima Ramirez, Stephen Heffelman, Anime King Nick, Louis Cairns, Papillon Purple, Thomas Franco, and Troy Lyon. Thank you guys so much for your support, and if you want a video shout out like this one, sign up to be a Gold Ranger member today.
Hey, what's going on? Thank you so much for watching this video. Please like, subscribe, hit that share button, and if you can, please sign up to be a member today. We have 3 membership power-ups. We have the Gold Ranger power-up, the most popular. You get into our exclusive fan club chat group. We have fan exclusive videos that we are adding monthly now, and you get a video shout out. Yes, folks, at the end of our videos, I will shout out your name. We also have the Quantum Ranger power up where you get monthly meetings online with me. Yes, folks, we will talk once a month on Zoom, and you can give me your ideas for future episodes. And then we have a professional package, the Dr. K power up. That is for businesses that want to tap into the platform. If you guys can, please sign up to be a member today. It is highly appreciated, and it helps us keep these videos going. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Peace.
Hi, we're Bulk and Skull. We have been requested by the fan club to say something funny.